Dios mío, este es horrible. This is crazy, y'all.
Are we a Spanish channel now?
Hola,
my
¿qué
wife
pasó,
is...
Arriba. So my wife is Mexican. She's the greatest in the world. But we have a crazy story for y'all today. There is a pastor in Mexico that it's a church selling plots of land in heaven for $100.
I have a question. What do I get for $100?
Watch this. A church in Mexico is making headlines for an unconventional offer, selling plots of land in heaven. End Times Church, led by a pastor who claims to have received permission from God, is offering celestial real estate at $100 per square meter.
That's it? I only get $100 per square meter. I mean, I was already promised a mansion.
I mean, if you think about the math of that per square meter, bro, if you get a house, you're talking about like 20 to 50K, probably way more.
That's a steal.
Way more. Probably 100.
How do you think the Lord came down and spoke to him?
Kind of like Joseph Prince.
Oh, really? Like
just out of nowhere, it's kind of like the Catholic Church back in the day. You know how you would have to pay them in order to get to heaven?
Yeah.
And that's what Martin Luther came and destroyed.
So he kind of came down like Joseph Smith, the founder of Mormonism, and said, I have this divine, celestial knowledge for your soul.
I guess so.
Okay.
The problem I have is people like this are what give religious people a bad name.
Yeah, I mean, it's so stupid. I mean, obviously, I don't know why it's in Mexico of all places, but I guess, it's a spicy proposition. Okay. How much did they actually raise? Because I know Stephen A. covered this. How much did they actually raise?
So per this article on Ports.ng News, one real estate influencer on TikTok claimed that millions of dollars worth of these heavenly plots have already been sold, dubbing it the biggest real estate deal on the planet.
It's even better than the metaverse.
However, this isn't the first time religious figures have attempted to sell heavenly real estate. A Zimbabwean pastor was arrested for selling tickets to heaven to his congregation for $533.
Oh, wow. So this guy in Mexico is a discount.
Well, no, that's per meter, bro.
20% off.
You don't want just a meter, bro.
Off.
You're just going to be sitting there in heaven on your one plop a meter, and you're going to have to look and you can't move.
Oh, you're going to be worshiping anyways. Are you really going to want to
Yeah, but what I'm saying is these people are crazy, dude. Similarly, last year, a Ugandan pastor convinced many of his followers to sell their assets, including land and livestock, to finance their eternal homes. Wow. Despite these schemes, many critics argue that access to heaven is famously free and warn against falling for such scams. The ongoing trend of selling celestial property raises questions about the exploitation of faith for financial gain.
The only thing I would disagree with in that statement is it is not free. You need Jesus.
Yes, you are correct. You are correct. But interesting enough,
if you don't know
a few days ago, I was watching the PBD podcast.
Yes.
And they were talking about Joel Osteen.
Yeah, worth $100 million.
Yeah, Kenneth Copeland, all these other guys that make a lot of money because they're a mega church.
Yeah.
I don't have problems with churches, with pastors making a lot of money outside of the church. Say if they have books, if they're doing motivational speaking. But say if you're a church of 50,000 members like a Joel Osteen.
Yeah.
And they're tithing to you, and that's how you get rich. I have a problem with that.
And you all of a sudden have the money for a private jet because you're a nonprofit.
So I have problems with that. It's about what is the money being used for. But people like this, dude, is what makes atheists just not want to have anything to do with any kind of religion because they're giving religion a bad name. Well, this was what Catholicism was back in the day.
Well, any of you atheists watching out there, just know that this is not a good representation of the church, and do not fall for schemes like this because you will be eternally damned to hell if you go into this.
That's true. But what do you guys think about this? This is kind of a crazy one.
Yeah. We had to cover this, dude. Like, I thought it was hysterical.
You Mexicans out there, are you very upset about this?
Does this make you want to revolt again? May the 4th be with you.
Dude, those pastors,
Cinco de Mayo for the win, baby.
These pastors are screwed, man.
Yeah, it's so weird. And I wouldn't even consider them pastors. I would consider them charlatans.
Well, they're like
that
they're
is not a pastor.
Leaders.
You're leading your flock into despair when you do that, and you're giving Jesus a bad name because Jesus turned tables for stuff like this,
dude. It's blasphemous because it's saying now you can earn your way to heaven.
You can earn your way to hell
through completely unconventional ways.
Okay,
because the Bible says you have to acknowledge that Christ is Lord.
Yeah,
that's all you have to do. Call on the name of the Lord, and you will be saved. Not give me your money, because if that was the case, bro, imagine if Bill Gates started to learn this, or Elon Musk
Yeah.
became part of this cult.
Yeah.
And then they decided, well, I'm going to put $100 billion into this and buy all of heaven.
Yeah, actually, interesting story. When I used to work for a sales company, I walked up to the best salesman my first day when they were giving me the tour. And I said, how are you so good at what you do? Or how do you make money? What's your suggestions? And he said, oh, the best way to make money is to start your own religion. This is basically what that is, guys.
A lot of people have said that to me. It's so sad because
People will fall for anything. Because people are desperate, they're looking for a way out. They're looking for something that will actually bring them meaning and purpose. But guys, this is not the way to find meaning and
I had
purpose.
someone very close to me. I'm not going to out this person, but when they were younger and they had a small family, they put their college ring into the offering because the pastor told them if they put that in there, it put their valuables in it, they'd be blessed.
I think I know who this is, but I'm not going to say.
Yeah, don't say.
I'm not going to say.
And so the
You
pastor,
know who you are.
The pastor said you would be blessed. And so therefore, because they were in desperation, they needed money, they needed a blessing from God. They put that in there and just hoping that things would work out.
Double pre-blessed.
If you have to pay in order to earn God's favor, then something's wrong. We are his children.
Yep.
Freaking people, man. Well, we love you guys. Let us know, have you ever been scammed by religion? Now, granted, religion in this context is bad, but a relationship with God is different. So that's our 2 cents. We love you guys. We'll see you on the next video.
Peace.
Peace.